12 months of owning a bowl-lift KitchenAid mixer. Is it worth it? Should I just keep my money? Should I go buy something else? Well, how about you keep watching? Please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and tell everybody you know. So I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of owning a bowl-lift mixer while making a recipe with it. Welcome to my kitchen. So this pretty looking red mixer, I got it 12 months ago, and I did make a review about it when I bought it. So I wanted to come back and make a 1-year review to see if it's still worth the hype. So here, the first recipe that I'm making with it is a chocolate chip cookie. I make this a lot. I shouldn't, but I make it a lot. And I'm going to be using my paddle beater. And I do use that attachment, I would say 95% of the time that I'm using this mixer. I do want you to listen though. Listen off of the sound, see if it still sounds the same. And obviously I'm going to be talking if it's still good or not, but let's listen off of the sound. So to me, the sound is still consistent from when I first got it 12 months ago. I really like it. I think for a big equipment, it's like almost like a heavy duty. I think the sound is definitely matches the size of it. It's perfect. It's not too noisy. It's not too quiet. It's just what I expected. To be quite honest, I didn't expect anything less. So I made this dough. It did a pretty good job mixing everything together. Can you just take a moment to appreciate this chocolate chip cookie? It was so good and moist and doughy, just like we love it. So for the next recipe that we're going to try out, we're going to use the whisk attachment. I'm making this thing called akara. Akara is basically, it's a bean dough, black-eyed peas. You blend it and you add air into it with a mixer like I'm doing, and then you fry it. It's very, very popular in the West African region. I make this sparingly, but whenever I do make it, I always use my KitchenAid mixer. I like this because you don't have to babysit it. This mixer is so good. Everything has been consistent. It takes a few minutes to get the air incorporated in your batter, in your dough. I really like this because you don't have to like babysit it. Like if you have a hand mixer, you don't have to like sit there to mix everything. You can carry out, go do whatever you want to do while it's mixing. You can see the underneath of the mixer. It still looks new. I mean, I use this a couple times, more than a couple times every week. I use this a lot. And it still looks like brand new, and I don't really do anything to it. It's such a low maintenance equipment. I love this. A lot of people commented in the review video, and they said that they've owned a KitchenAid for years. In fact, some of them said that they got it from their grandma as a hand-me-down, and I totally believe them. So I'm only 1 year in, so I'm going to be updating you guys to see how long that this lasts. Look at that akara. It's literally floating on top of that oil. There's no like crazy oil absorption. I really like it, which is the whole point of incorporating the air into the batter. I love this. Every time I make this, whoever eats it, they like go crazy. They're like, oh my God, this is so good. Yes, it's good because KitchenAid makes it even like cuts the cook time for me because it does whisk it in like few minutes. And my next review will be still using the whisk. Is gonna be mashed potatoes. I love using this whisk to make mashed potatoes. I really like this because I can be cooking on the stovetop. So for this particular recipe, I was actually making creamy chicken over the mashed potatoes. So I was cooking on the stovetop, making the creamy chicken while I was using my mixer to mash the potatoes. It was heavenly. It was fluffy. It tasted so good. My mashed potatoes is amazing. I love this particular recipe because it feels like a 6-star restaurant meal. It's so freaking good. It always feels like someone put so much effort in making it, while in reality, it's little to no effort. So here I made the creamy chicken and it went over the super duper fluffy mashed potatoes that I used my KitchenAid for. So definitely check it out. I like it. And one thing too, the attachments have not like malfunctioned or discolored. Everything still looks the same for an equipment that I use a lot. I would expect like some type of wear and tear. It still looks good. The bowl, like the beaters don't really hit the bowl. I don't, it's just is everything that I expected plus more. I really, 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 really love this mixer. It's still holding on 12 months later. Here, this is how I wash it. After every usage, I just wash it. That's it. I don't do too much with it. I just wash it with soap and water and sponge, and I just leave it to air dry. And that's it. So simple. It does come with a dough hook, but I don't use it as much because I don't really, sometimes I use it to make bread, but I don't use it. I use it sparingly, but everything still works just fine. I really love this, and it's worth getting for Christmas present or birthday present. Is definitely going to make your life easier in the kitchen. And after I'm done, I just wipe it down with a damp microfiber cloth just to get rid of like the flowers on it, all that little residue from the cooking and mixing, and that's pretty much it. One thing though, I wish I got the white, even though my decor is red. I feel like I might get tired of red someday, and I would like a white just to like blend into the kitchen. But so far, I do have red accent in the kitchen, and the red works for me. But overall, it has been amazing. Please, please, please hit that like button, subscribe, tell everybody you know about this, and I'm gonna continue reviewing. For some recipes, check out my videos, and some equipment reviews, do check out my videos. Until next time, I'm gonna see you soon. And this is where I store it, underneath my cabinet. It's a pretty tall equipment, so this is the only place that it fits because I don't like it on top of my cabinet, my countertop, because I do like a clean, aesthetically pleasing countertop. So I like to store it. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye bye.